Hey guys, वेलकम टू माय ब्लॉग राहुल मनोहर ब्लॉग। और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि एवरीबडी इज़ कीपिंग वेल एंड डूइंग वेल। काफ़ी टाइम हो गया मेरा ब्लॉग करते हुए, तो इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि एक आधा वीडियो बना ही लेता हूँ। आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग द लॉकडाउन टू गेट ओवर बाई अप्रैल बट दैट गॉट एक्सटेंडेड और नाउ इट्स टू May 3rd, सो आई वॉज थिंकिंग दैट आई माइट डू अ वीडियो देन, बट देन फिर मैंने सोचा कि घर बैठे बैठे वीडियो करता हूँ। सो इन फैक्ट today's video is going to be all about where I would be talking about the comments that I received. So there are some comments in Hindi and some in English as well. But there are many people who have been asking me the same question over and over in different comments depending on my different videos. So मैंने सोचा कि I'll just make a video जहाँ पे I'll clear all that in one go. So I have listed down few questions out here. So I'll just read that out, okay? And before I do so, I'll just wear my क्रिटिक कैप। इस तरफ रहता, ओके ठीक है। तो पहला क्वेश्चन है, इनफैक्ट ये जो भी जितने भी कमेंट्स लिख के रखा है ये सारे कमेंट्स को आई हैव रिप्लाइड टू देम। सो इट्स नॉट लाइक मैंने इनका रिप्लाई नहीं किया, बट फिर भी आई थिंक मेनी पीपल शायद से मेरे वीडियोस नहीं देखते रहेंगे या फिर ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कोई एक वीडियो देख के दे माइट आस्क अ क्वेश्चन। सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज बाय संजय कुमार, यूट्यूब चैनल पर संजय कुमार। हिज क्वेश्चन इज, brother, don't hold your clutch when your engine is in idle and don't start your bike when it is in gear, and that will burn your clutch plates. Okay, it is a good concern. First of all, I really appreciate for your concern, and this is an information that is little new to me, to be very honest. So after I got this post, क्योंकि मुझे भी थोड़ा doubt हुआ था इसके बारे में, how far is this true or false. So I did Google, I did do a little bit of research on the same thing. But जहाँ तक मैंने देखा है, many people have told, and it's there in this thing, that there's absolutely no problem that if you hold the clutch lever and then start your bike. Why? Because the clutch disengages your engine, right? So when it disengages, so it is not going to burn your clutch plate unless until it is engaged. It will not burn your clutch plate. So this is what I've told. And also you have mentioned that one of the technicians have said, so likewise the technician out here in Pune has, I had discussed the same thing with him as well. He said no, there is absolutely no issue. So I leave it to you audience, you guys tell us that what is right and what is wrong, because seriously if it's wrong then definitely I should be changing that practice. So we'll go on to the next question. Next question is from SKM Biker Blog. He says, brother, when will you install the exhaust? क्योंकि exhaust sound के बिना बाइक खाली खाली लगता है। Now मैं समझ सकता हूँ, येस दैट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू, एग्जॉस्ट के बिना तो खाली खाली लगता है। बट आप सबको भी पता है कि आजकल इंडिया में रूल्स बहुत बहुत तगड़े हो रहे हैं, इतने सारे वायलेशंस हो रहे हैं, खास करके यू नो मेनी पीपल पुटिंग आफ्टर मार्केट एग्जॉस्ट ऑन इवन बेसिक मोटरसाइकिल्स। हाई एंड तो दूर की बात है, बट बेसिक मोटरसाइकिल्स में भी, पल्सर्स में भी, रॉयल इनफील्ड्स में काफ़ी सारा मैंने सुनने को मिला है। तो इस वजह से पुलिस का पकड़ने का चांसेस थोड़ा ज़्यादा है। अभी प्रॉब्लम विद होंडा इज़ कि इफ़ यू वांट टू चेंज द एग्जॉस्ट, इसमें स्लिप ऑन नहीं डाल सकते। सो यू विल हैव टू एक्चुअली चेंज ऑल द वे फ्रॉम द हेडर, मतलब वो चारों पाइप जहाँ से इंजन के एग्जिट से स्टार्ट होते हैं वहाँ से चेंज करना पड़ता है, और एल्स यू विल हैव टू बिफोर द कैट कॉन यू विल हैव टू कट दी एग्जॉस्ट एंड देन यू विल हैव टू वेल्ड दिस। आई वुड लव टू, जो आप कह रहे हैं वो 100% करेक्ट है कि आवाज़ के बिना बाइक में मज़ा नहीं आता। आई एग्री विथ पुलिस वाले, के मोमेंट इनको आवाज़ समझ में आ गया कि भाई कुछ तो फ़र्क है, दे विल रिप ऑफ दैट एग्जॉस्ट एंड आपके आंखों के सामने ही वो डिस्ट्रॉय कर देंगे। तो दैट इज़ अ वेरी सैड थिंग, क्योंकि ये एग्जॉस्ट जो आता है इट इज़ नॉट दैट सस्ता। It comes, if I'm using, I would prefer an Acropovic brand that would come easily around 80 to 90,000 rupees. तो वो अपने खड़े खड़े आपके सामने वो उसको ख़राब करना, डिस्ट्रॉय करना, मतलब भाई बहुत दर्द होगा। So moving on to the next question is from Edwin Varghese. Hello sir, just wanted to know about the touring capability of this bike. Is the riding position on this bike more taxing on the wrist due to the sporty position? Now Edwin, it's a very good concern, it's a very good question. In fact, what I would say is definitely it totally depends, because in my experience I have not ridden the bike that prominently on highways, like you know, really long stretches, but what I can tell you is yes, to an extent it is taxing if the roads are bad and if the weather is bad, because these two really depend on you and also your body weight. Okay, so I am slightly on a heavier side, so keeping all these aspects, so if you're a lightweight person and even if your height is less, so you know your driver's triangle changes accordingly, right? So you will lean more forward. If you're more taller person, you will lean a little bit back. So you'll be slightly more in upright position if you're a really tall person, like 6+. Okay, so I'm like 6 feet tall. So us hisab se, if you're asking my personal thing, then I would say you can easily cruise in at least 200 kilometers on one stretch if the roads are good. 200-250 kilometers easily without any tiredness, and then you can slightly stretch it to at least 300-400 kilometers, where you might have to take a break and slightly work on your wrist and just get off so that your butt feels there's a blood circulation going in your butt and it does not feel sore. So other than that, I do not feel the position is not too aggressive and the position is not too comfortable. It's somewhere between a sports tourer and a sports bike. I think that's exactly where it fits, because the CBR has a 650F and a 600RR, and this is 650R, so it's like falling right in between these two spectrums. So that is where I feel it's manageable. Second thing, what I would like to add to this particular point is that even your body tends to get used to it. Like for first time when I took this bike after delivery, because this bike was not available. ऐसा नहीं था कि this bike was there in the showroom, then I can sit on it, check it, understand the posture and then book it. No, it was a first bike, and I literally did not have, I was literally watching the the reviews that is being shot abroad, like Bahar. I think in 2019 in January it was launched internationally outside. In India it came around in June or July, so June, around that time. So by the time people abroad had started making their reviews and all, and I was literally very curious, and I never used to miss any review because I wanted to see that how people speak about comfort. So all of them said bike is comfortable, the suspensions are smooth, there's nothing to worry, and I just blindly went. But the day I took delivery and I rode it after some time, I felt, for a moment I thought ki, is this a mistake, because this is not what I had in mind, because the 650F is way comfortable in terms of the posture, because it has a long broader seat and a single seat kind of a design, but this is like a split seat and slightly less narrower towards your thigh support. But eventually what happens, your body gets used to it, so it's okay, it's manageable. Next question is by Adolf Krittler with 2 R's at the end. Where did you buy the cowl from? I wanted to fit it on my CBR2. Looks damn good, sir. Okay, so Adolf, thank you so much. In fact, this cowl is not available in India as of now. I'm not sure if it will be available later, but I got this from one of my relatives. He personally went down to Thailand in Phuket, and he went to the showroom of Honda and he officially bought the genuine part from there. Since he happened to go there, it was a coincidence, and that's when I asked him to get it. So that is how I got my cowl. So I hope I answered your question there. A YouTube channel called Feel the Automobile. So here he said is, "Sir, you are doing great, thank you. We wanted to see your bike while you doing riding. Why don't you try to chin mount? Okay, why don't you try to chin mount, or you can simply mount it on top of your helmet with a J-hook mount. It will work awesome. You can also do things. You can also show things around you while riding." Feel the Automobile, you're absolutely right. There are many people who have suggested the same thing, that why not you have a chin mount on your helmet. Now for that, I have my helmet right here close. I'll tell you what is the reason. So initially when I got my helmet, I first planned to put it here right on top, okay, but what happens, the viewing angle is absolutely bizarre, because it looks like the bike and the road and everything in front of you is very small. Now when it comes to chin mount, this is the kind of setup that I have in the front. Okay, so I have this, it's very tapered out here, and it's my breathing space out here. So if I have to put something from the side, either of these sides, and then it's going to come all this way like a crane, and it's going to be like, it's too claustrophobic, and I think it could also make the helmet very heavy, because when you have something hanging, like when you have a lot of linkages onto your mechanism, and when it starts hanging, there could be vibrations. If you have just one thing and it's mounted, it becomes more rigid, like this. Now if you mount this, it's going to be rigid. But imagine having one hook, one mount here, another one connected, and it's floating out here. There will be a lot of vibration and a lot of things out here, and besides it looks too heavy. So that's one thing I wanted to avoid. But however, I did find out something online. in Amazon, where you have something quite similar to a mask kind of thing, where you can like it's got two strings kind of thing, you can attach it and then you can mount that. So right now, since it's lockdown, delivery is not possible, but however, once that's back, I will think about buying that, because I really feel that when you move your head left, right, people should be able to see what is happening, right? Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yes, you are right. Next is Chetan J. How is rider and pillion comfort for long ride and city as well? Okay, good question. Again, like I mentioned before, it totally depends on your body. Pillion rider, again, I don't think that person can sit any longer than about 100 and 150 kilometers, because that itself would take a lot of energy. Because the reason is why, because it's a sports bike, the foot pegs are placed higher, and you are kind of, your legs are like a little bit cramped. You sit this way, so you cannot sit long. You occasionally have to move your legs or get off the bike to feel relaxed. So I wouldn't say it's decent enough, but it's not very comfortable. So let me get that straight. And in city riding experience, it's not that heavy. You don't feel that bike that heavy. It's quite flickable, but the only issue is, what I feel is, when your bike in the bumper to bumper traffic, when you're really at when you cannot progress any more than 10 to 15 kilometers per hour, what happens is, since the tire is a little bit sticky, it's very difficult to turn your handles, because the tire catches a lot of friction from the road. So turning that, maneuvering that between or navigating between those cars is kind of a little bit difficult. That's what I personally felt. Other than that, even the engine heating is very decent, I would say, because I'm really surprised. The cooling fans work amazing, the radiators work superbly, there's no excessive heating. Next is Niranjan Pupala. I'm sorry if I'm reading it wrong. It's okay, bro. Bike journey is difficult is different from car journey. All these problems are common. End of the day, you won't forget this experience in your life. It's very happy to see that your wife is also interested in long rides. Thank you so much, Niranjan. But my wife interested in long rides? I don't think so. Because after the last ride, she was. In fact, I would say it was like a desperate situation for us to go there, because we had a very narrow break for our vacations, and it was raining. It was an unexpected rain. It was not like actually a proper typical rainy season, but you know, right? People who are in Pune last year, you can agree with me on this, that the rains were kind of till November, which never happens, but it was true. So that's one of the reasons that it was her first ever experience in her life to go on a motorcycle all this many kilometers down south. And on top of the roads were horrible, because you might have seen the vlogs. It's full of potholes, a lot of diversions, and because of the diversions, there were a lot of trucks that were jammed in the diversions, and it was raining, it was pouring, and you had a lot of crosswinds, and it was horrible. So I don't think she really liked that ride. But the ride that I had later, coming all the way from Kerala to Pune, was good and was awesome. The roads were clear. It was still better. So I think, yeah, we may plan something quite soon. So she says yes, but let's see how that works out. Next is Ashish. You didn't opt for a Zana touring kit for CBR? Okay. So with regards to the touring kit, yes, I did not opt for that, because I was trying to keep my cost very minimal, because I'm not really sure that how often will I tour, because like I said, this is my first experience of riding a motorcycle this many kilometers, all of 1,400 kilometers. So I'm not really sure that will I be doing this often, or will I just do this for once and I realize this is not my cup of tea. That's why I did not want to invest too much on the gears. And yes, there is Zana, and there is also Shad. So these are some really good brands. They do have some good things to offer, but like I said, you know, it's not we are not really certain about having this kind of a trip to so far. Next is from Shrikant Mova. Designer's view along with rider's experience. What else we need? Best review of all. Thank you so much, Shrikant. Okay, next is Ashish Russell. I am also waiting for the review of the CBR 650R. I am interested to know how comfortable it is. due to the riding posture in the city, and can we cover 800 kilometers in a day? If it's painful, then I need to wait for its naked version, which is the CB650R. Yes, Ashish, I think waiting for the CB650R is definitely worth it, because it's a city bike and it'll be much more comfortable for you to do touring as well as a city commute. Definitely I would say, if that is the option, if you are into nakeds, then definitely do wait for that motorcycle. Next is P3 Associate. What mileage did you get in the city traffic? Okay, so with regards to the city traffic, the mileage that I usually get is somewhere close to around 20 kilometers. It has never dropped below 20, I can be very honest about that. But it ranges anything between 20 to 22, and on highways I've received around 25 kilometers per liter. Next is Arun Kumar. Hi, I'm confused between Ninja 650 and CBR. Which one also from the service and spare part point of view? Okay. So Arun again. So Arun's question is that he's confused between a 650R and Ninja 650. Well, you just have to understand two things again. The CBR, the Honda has a 4-cylinder engine, and the Kawasaki has a 2-cylinder engine. The torque figures are also different, and the power figures are also different. Power figures, I think it offers around 60 horsepower, and the Honda offers around 89 horsepower. So few things what you need to really understand is Ninja is maintenance wise also, I think they are pretty much in the same level, because in Honda I think it's 1 year, sorry, in Kawasaki it's 1 year and or 10,000 kilometers. Same for Honda, it's exactly the half. It's either 6,000 kilometers or 6 months. So it's more or less the same kind of a feeling. Only thing is in a year you have to service the Honda twice, and in a year you just have to service the Kawasaki once. So that is the difference what I feel. But other than that, if you need something which is really new, now the new Ninja 650 is coming, which has got a lot of electronics, so I think maybe you could just wait for that and see how that is, because they have improved the dynamics also a little bit. So maybe that's a good choice, because the CBR does not offer as many electronics as the new Ninja 650. So stay tuned and let's see how that particular motorcycle is going to hit the market. Okay, so the next person is Path GJ15. On-road price, bro. So the on-road price, I took it, like I said, I think it's in the month of June, and it was 8.9 lakhs on road, but I think the price has increased after that, and the current the 2020 model has not yet arrived in India, so I'm not sure what exactly the current price. Another person is Hina Ahmed. भाई काफ़ी अमीर आदमी लगते हो आप. Okay, so me buying a sports bike not necessarily mean that I should be super rich. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मुझे बहुत सारे पैसे हैं और पैसों की कदर नहीं करता हूँ, या ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं है. हम सब लोग मेहनत करके ही लेते हैं. ओके, सबके अपने अपने सपने रहते हैं. नाउ एक चीज़ मैं आपको बताता हूँ, जैसे कि अभी किसी को कार में पसंद है, वो हमेशा सोचेंगे बाइक वाले दो पहिए के लिए इतना पैसा क्यों उड़ा रहे. लाइकवाइज हमको भी ऐसा लगता है कि यार एक कार क्यों इतना पैसा लेके कार क्यों खरीदना. तो सबका एक अलग अलग तरीका रहता है, अलग अलग एक सोचने का अप्रोच रहता है. तो शायद से मैंने अपने लाइफ में बहुत कुछ स्ट्रगल्स, मैंने ही नहीं, बहुत सारे लोगों ने बहुत सारे स्ट्रगल्स किया, और मैं भी उम्मीद करता हूँ कि जितने भी लोगों यहाँ पे है जो ये चैनल देख रही है, जिनको ये वीडियो मोटरसाइकिल लेना, स्पोर्ट्स बाइक लेना ऐसे कोई ख्वाब है, तो डेफिनेटली परस्यू करो, क्योंकि ये कोई ख़राब चीज़ नहीं है. ये बस क्या रहता है, हमारा वो एज के हिसाब से हम वो एक्ट करते हैं. एक टाइम के बाद जब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, जिम्मेदारी आते हैं, तो शायद हम ये इसको साइड में रखकर हम कभी इसको फॉलो नहीं करेंगे. तो अभी जिनको वो पैशन है, जिनको वो ड्राइव है, तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि डेफिनेटली परस्यू करो. पैसे की बात नहीं है, लोन पे भी मिलता है, बैंक का भी बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस है, तो आप ये सारे स्कीम्स आप देख सकते हो एंड देखो. और वैसे भी ये मोटरसाइकिल सबसे, मैं बोल सकता हूँ टू एन एक्सटेंट सबसे सस्ता 650 है पावर बैंड में. इससे काफ़ी महंगे और पावरफुल और ख़तरनाक मोटरसाइकिल इंडियन मार्केट में है. तो वो आपके ऊपर रहता है कि हम कैसे वो उसको अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली ड्रीम करने के लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट इट्स ऑल अबाउट अचीविंग आवर ड्रीम्स, राइट. तो डेफिनेटली मैं मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि आप भी मन लगाएंगे तो आपको भी ज़रूर ये हासिल करने के लिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. ओके, सो मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट. आई एम जस्ट ओपनिंग माई ब्लॉग पेज आउट हियर. ओके, तो इसमें I have this ownership experience. There are a lot of people who has asked me many questions regarding the ownership experience out there. So let me just go to that particular blog. Okay, and here if I go to the comment section, so here I would like to thank a lot of people. In fact, जिनका नाम मैंने बताया नहीं, whose names I have not included, kindly don't feel offended, because as it is the video is going long, so it's very difficult to take each and everybody's name and this thing. But to all the brothers and sisters out there who have really liked this video, thank you so much. There's a lot of love and this is a lot of motivation for me, because I'm just literally seeing it right now. Okay, so I have I'm not going to read each and everything because it's going to take a lot of time, but what I'm going to say is Arpit Jaiswal, he really liked this review, so thank you so much, bro. Vinay Belagla, again, he's also commented, he's really liked my review, so thank you so much once again, Vinay. Gulam Yazdani, thank you so much. Vinayak Das, Aniket, NS Bhaji, Akash Chatterjee, Anish Kumar, Rakesh, Dhiren Patel, Ashish Vats, Yadnesh, Vaibhav, Shivanshu, he's my cousin, so yeah, I'm gonna put his name also. Rakesh 234. Then there's a YouTube channel called HMMM. उन्होंने भी काफ़ी अच्छी तारीफ किया है. Thank you so much once again. So Abhishek, Shashwat, PRSR is mentioned that try to keep your video short. This is my request to all the YouTubers. Yes PR, I'll try my level best. I understand. क्या रहता है कि मुझे बात करने के लिए इतना पसंद है. I just keep on talking. The moment somebody has to literally like, अरे बस हो गया, बहुत हो गया बात करके, ऐसे कोई छीनना पड़ेगा किसी को मुझसे कैमरा या माइक. So तब तक मैं बात करते ही जाऊँगा. So that is one problem of me. तो इस वजह से मेरे वीडियो सारे बहुत लंबे रहते हैं. मुझे पता है कि किसी लोगों के अटेंशन स्पैन बहुत कम रहता है, पर थोड़ा कोशिश करो यार स्ट्रेच करने के लिए. मैं भी ऐसे पूरी फालतू की चीज़ें थोड़ी बता रहा हूँ, थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेटिव चीज़ें भी बता रहा हूँ, तो देख लीजिए. ओके, फायूज, अभिनंदन घोष, नारायण, ABY, अभी जॉन्स, रोशन जमीर, नितिन कृष्णन, निरंजन. So lot I mean there are so many comments. Like I said, I'm just reached half the list, so thank you so much. In case if I missed anybody's name out here, I'm really extremely sorry, but all of you guys mean a lot to me, and trust me guys. In fact, what I'm planning is, right now I have 430 subscribers. The moment we hit a 500 subscriber army, so yes, it's an army, right? 500 people. So I'm planning to go live. The reason is because I need at least 1,000 subscribers if I have to do some sort of a YouTube story or something, so that you can get notifications. But if in that case I do not have that many subscribers, which is absolutely cool, but that is just to stay connected with you guys and just to have this session what I'm having right now. I'm just reading out those old comments and I'm just discussing that. But I would like to have a one-on-one session in case if any of you have any doubts regarding this particular motorcycle, or if there's anything you want to ask me, we will definitely keep this. So once I hit the 500 mark target, I will definitely inform you guys and we'll go live on a particular day. So I'll keep that also informed. For that, do stay tuned to my Instagram handle, which is right here, which is seen out here. So in this particular Instagram handle, I can give you live updates and I can add stories and also, in which you can see and you can stay connected. But yes, so that's it pretty much from my end. So I'm really happy to see you guys once again after a really long time. I think it's about 3 weeks since my last video. So I will be brewing up some fresh contents for you guys. In fact, like I said, this particular season that I'm planning is a little bit different. It's more in terms of reviews and all, because that's where I've received a lot of response and people have really liked. So I thought I'll pursue into that direction. So until then, I think until next video, I'll be shooting one more video very soon with regards to how I came up to this particular bike, the CBR 650, and I'll just give you a small backstory of how this happened. So until that video, stay tuned. Signing off, Rahul. Bye bye.